And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in the Darkest Dungeon. We got our party together. I don't really want to spend any more money that isn't on supplies, so we're going in to the dungeon. I think we are going here for the deeds, so it's going to be the deeds, the dodge, the occultist, trinket here. Well, I suppose I haven't been contemplating if we want to run any of our trinkets. Move resist, move skill chance. Sure, we should probably put that. That is a bounty hunter only, so we might as well put on the bounty hunter. Stun resist, in exchange for dodge, no. Don't have real blight skills. Lead, but Helene only. Houndmaster, dodge. You have a Houndmaster. We're taking the Houndmaster, so giving his buff makes sense. And we have an Abomination, although we're not taking it. We'll put the Lock of Patience on the Abomination. Okay. So into provisioning for the run. This is the one I think we're going to take. It is a short one, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem here. Hound's Vigor for a short time. Okay. So, probably the same sort of loadout as usual. We're going to take like 8 food. And like 6 torches. We've been in here a couple times. So basically going to kind of repeat the last couple times we've been in here. A couple anti-venom. A couple bandages. Some medicinal herb. So as we already have the medicinal herb, so we don't really need a second one. A couple keys. And a holy water. And we had a holy water, so I think we found one holy water. Okay. And then we embark.
I knew all these paths once. Now they are as twisted as my own ambitions.
Okay, well, right or left, we don't know which way to go, so we're going right. We're not going to come back down here, so we'll open the loot. Hallway encounter. And we were surprised. So our party is very out of location. So we can see how terrible our party is in the wrong coordination.
Another one falls.
Okay, other than losing our turn, that wasn't too bad. Holy Lance, take yourself forward.
Back to the pit. Executed with impunity.
Not too bad. Yep, let's also put ourselves back in order. Good luck with the scouting.
Nature herself, a victim to the spreading corruption, malformed with misintent.
So just recently, probably on the run, it has a lock on it, so if it has a lock, we use the key. Because that guarantees a good result. Although the good result is not always phenomenal. No luck with scouting. We get to skip one room, so we're gonna have to do some backtracking. We're gonna go down this end. Oh, hit a trap.
Ambushed by foul invention.
We'll pick that up on the way back. Okay, we surprised them. Would like the torch to be a little higher. So let's take the torch. Bonus. Miss on the Hound Rush. Flashbang the rear. Biggest stun off, that works. Chopper Hue, I think it's a chop we're gonna go for here. There we go. Mr. Stress is dealt with.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Okay, this is his turn to do the stun, but it brings him right up close
Destroyed.
for the leopard to deliver the final blow.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
Okay, not going too bad.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Okay, bring down the marker. Missed the marker. I'm gonna go guard ally because we have a marked ally. In case they go for the marked. Ah, double dodge. Okay, so he's dead either way. So we should go for a swing and slash kill on the other one. Go for the stun.
A death by inches. Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Ooh, crit heal. Get a little bit of accuracy in case, because this fight keeps going on. We're obviously letting the fight go a little bit long, although we're using a bunch of level 0s, so this is sort of the training mission.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Okay, now we begin our backtracking. So as we see curios, we should go ahead and pick them up. Okay, resist a health check. Probably should have done something like medicine related or shovel related or something to get a benefit with no drawback. So grab the torch. We'll go this way. This mitigates more backtracking. We're gonna have to go over to ruins except for the one we're skipping here.
Gone, fiend.
Double kill, that's nice. As you can see, fighting maggots are mostly stress and a debuff chance.
Another abomination cleansed from our lands. As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Sack is empty. Shame. Okay, that's the last of our torches. Has a lock on it, so we use a key. Distribute some food. We do get a scouting for the last one. Room battle with treasure. Gun and pull it to the front. That's a good start. Not quite enough to bring it down. Well enough to bring it down to 1. So any incidental damage will bring it down. So let's wait at the back already.
momentary abatement.
Get some of that heal back. Also remove some stress. Here we go. So the markers are gone. Just the melees. Oof, great. Here we go. Taking advantage of that mark for extra damage. Not quite enough to bring it down. Well, pretty close. Close enough, we're just going to try to go for tilt. There we go.
As victories
That
mount,
is the end of the quest, so we're
so
going to return.
too will resistance.
We're not going to go find out what's in the last room.
Paths and roads bring soldiers and supplies. Let them arrive unharried.
Some more deeds. Eagle Eye, good. Suffers intense need to do specific actions. That's not great. Only drink, okay. Obsessed with the paranormal. Yeah, that's not great. Definitely worse.
Women and men, soldiers and outlaws, fools and corpses. All will find their way to us now that the road is clear.
We've got our choice of choices. Antiquarian. Might be worth grabbing the Antiquarian, or the Arbalist, or a different Vestal. I don't have the deeds to grab more capacity, so I can grab one level 0. Gonna avoid you because I don't like stress over Torch Light 75. Battlefield Bandage. Healing. Otherwise doesn't really mind being the back. Would not necessarily be too bad for sort of a dance team. Different up here. Different set of initial skills. Oh, we do speed if we got it too bright. Not allowed to visit the such. Okay. Let's grab this Arbalister.
Shoot, bandage, and pillage. The dancing steps of war.
Dancing steps of war. A little bit of crit. Don't let light get too low. Good to know. Weapon Tinker, so your weapon's cheaper to upgrade, and then Warren's Tactician, damage increase in the Warrens. Okay, we didn't grab too much stress on that run, so we could probably go out again to the same location. Although we'd pick up one disease. We got the fits. Accuracy for speed. Could be worse. The main thing you were throwing was the flashbang, so... Flashbanging early, even with us like Malice, is not too bad. And Mark for Death is a speed buff. Okay. So if we're going back to that location, we are going into a medium quest. I think we're going to medium quest unless we're going to the Cove. So we're going medium. That's where we're going. Yet probably not going to do the boss battle, although it's tempting maybe to do the boss battle. Yeah, I don't think I value protection and max health that much to want to take damage down and stress up. Protection for speed. Scouting chance. This is tempting us because of the deeds. We got Science in the Crypt as well, which I don't know what the event does. But hopefully not too bad. Event. Yeah, I think we're going to go back to the ruins. I think we'll take the original team. And go back into the ruins is what we'll do. And then I don't really need stress relief. We will try to get rid of... Actually, no, we're not going to bother with that disease because the fits, I think, works really well for what we were doing with that team. As weird as that may sound. And then you're still being treated. Yeah, you're still out there being treated. So I think we grab the guild. To blacksmith. Yeah, let's do blacksmith. Let's grab the weaponsmithing. We can now drag in our heroes and upgrade their weapons. So we'll upgrade the weapons for the group that we're going in here. So we're going to upgrade from 6 to 12 to 7 to 14 on all these heroes. And we got a decent number of these, so we can go ahead and grab
Some
level 2
may
skill
fall,
access.
but their knowledge lives on.
And maybe reduce the cost a bit.
A strict regimen is paramount if one is to master the brutal arithmetic of combat.
So before I invest too much in that, we're going into this location. What am I thinking about taking provision-wise? I want to make sure we save enough money to take provisions here. There's going to be medium run. In the ruins. So probably a bunch of food, so like 16 food on the low end. We're going to want some shovels, of course, in case we run into any blockades. I think we'll skimp on the anti-venom. Take a bandage. Take a couple of the medicinal herbs. A couple of holy waters. And of course, torches. Lots of torches. Oh, no, we probably want like 2 keys. Yeah, so it leaves us 1400. Could pick up some skill upgrades before we go in. That's what we're going to go with. So let's pick up some skill upgrades. There are a couple that we can definitely warrant grabbing ASAP. For example, might make sense to upgrade the healing skill. +1 heal is nice. Upgrading the torch, or upgrading the stun is good, so we'll take the stun upgrade. Basically, upgrade the stun so they're a bit more reliable. Heal. The accuracy buff on you, and we'll do the pistol shot. Again, pick up the accuracy. Stun. I'm running the heal on you. Yeah, I'm running the heal on you. Oh, well, that's just more torch. +1 torch, I think we can pass on. We'll take the extra damage on the smite. Okay. And then we go back to the embark. We go back to the thing we're going to go for. Wasn't nice enough to save any of the provisions settings, so I'm going to have to quickly redo them. So 16 food. And a couple shovels. We can skimp on the anti-venom because we already got one. We'll take at least 1 bandage. Take a couple medicinal herbs. A couple keys. Holy waters, and obligatory bring a bunch of torches. I took something this time that I didn't take last time, or I invested more than I was thinking. Trying to figure out what I want to leave behind, so we've got space for more torches, because we probably want more torches. Okay, I think that will be good enough. We'll roll with this. We do have a bunch of guys that can provide more torch as we're going.
Can the defiled be consecrated? Can the fallen find rest?
Now we're going to come back this way, so we're not going to interact with these if we can. If we get lucky in the next room and successfully scout, we may not need to go into that last room. Move to this room battle. Okay. So we're looking for corrupted altars. I don't think that is where we need to go. So we can start making our way back, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
A handsome reward for a task well performed.
Okay. So the curios are what we're looking for, so that tells us we are going the right way. I'll let the light get a little low, and then we're going to camp. Just to save on torches. The camping's going to take us back to full light, although it's going to increase the likelihood of traps.
Step.
Ah, they dodged. Ooh, you're having successful dodge today. Is this the stun? Okay, things aren't going super well, although it could definitely be worse.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
There we go. We got our stuns off. Well, got one of the stuns off.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles. Soothed. Sedated.
Of course, you can't reach that far back, which is a little annoying in this situation. Guess we're just gonna go for a heal on someone. Oh, critical heal. That helps. Yeah, resist the blight.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
There we go.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
This is after we got the buffs to those stun chances. Okay, I got that one off at least.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter. Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Okay, let's see if we can keep it together. You don't gotta wait to reach the back line, so bring that guy down.
Formation is broken.
This is, well,
Maintain.
annoyingly the guy that does all the stress damage is still alive. Is the big concern about the current deployment of the enemy. Did manage to blight him. And pistol shot's gonna be the way we try to bring him down. Blight doesn't. Pistol brings him down. There we go.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless. Circle in the dark. The battle may yet be won.
Take the keel. Cannot recall. Okay. Might be the last we see of those. Okay, I think we're gonna go for Bandit Sense, so we don't get ambushed. Leaves us with 8 Respite. Encourage you. Reduce your stress. And you can't pep talk yourself, which is a bit of a shame. Take a 6 for a stress reduction. Reduce your stress a little bit more. There we go. There's our respite. And the rest there.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
As you can see, I don't have these memorized, which ones do which. Meta progression or money? We're gonna go for meta progression. Take the item. Got a curio. We know we're not gonna come back to this. Pretty sure this was the medicinal herbs, I think. Yeah. Gonna have to do a little bit of backtracking because we know where we gotta go at this point. It's just getting there efficiently. I would have encouraged you if you've not done that. This is where we put the consecrated essence. Purified. 1 of 3 done. Oops. That's the wrong button. So the map is telling us that going the wrong way is a really bad idea. Okay, good to know. Wrong way is a bad idea. Don't go the wrong way. Fine. I want Mr. Stress Causer dead. Much as I think the AoE damage would be a great thing to do, trying to deal with get rid of the Stress Causer first, I think is the way to go. Otherwise, we're gonna have to deal with the stress later on. Yeah, we're gonna have to stress out later on, but looks of it either way.
Executed with impunity.
Oof, that stress damage.
Another abomination cleansed from our lands. Back to the pit.
Stun him? Does stun him. Okay, that buys us potentially another heal. Because I don't have to bring him down this turn if we don't want to. I don't want to.
Slowly, gently.
Didn't buy us another
This
kill,
is how
but that's fine.
life is taken.
Plus accuracy in exchange for dodge on range skills. Potentially tempting. Upcoming trap. Think of our foursome. The Highwayman is going to be the best to deal with that. Yeah, there we go. Sack is empty. Sack of books. Yeah, we'll leave that in the inventory for the moment. Running low on torches.
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
Stack of heirlooms.
The light.
That's the last
the
of our
promise of
torches.
safety.
Better than a trap. Yeah, I do agree with that. Darker than I would like, but this is the last room. Well, we got lucky surprise on them.
Another one falls.
Okay. Blank going on the skeleton archer. Okay, that's not too concerning. Progress is being made. You have 4 hit points left, and you will take 4 damage the moment it's your turn. We don't need to engage you. We'll go for the stun on you. Didn't stun. Well, go for the kill.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own. Ah, yes.
Annihilated. As victories mount, so too will resistance.
So too will resistance. And that's the quest. So back to the hamlet.
Beacons in the darkness, stars in the emptiness of the void.
The main quest reward was some deeds, so even if we don't get any deeds, I don't think we got a couple. At least it's progress on the deeds. Cove Explorer replacing Unyielding. Believed to be possessed by demons. Early Riser. Plus speed if of 7, okay.
The shuffling dead are silenced. We have claimed dominion over the ruins once more.
Okay, so there's an argument to go back into the ruins. We're doing bonus damage in the ruins. Bonus XP in the ruins as well. That's what that event is. Our party log is full. We could get a replacement Vestal. So if there's an argument like we really can't make this Vestal work for whatever reason, and that might be why we're whiffing on the stuns. Accuracy is maybe a bit of an issue. Or wanted to replace the occultist. The Glutted Weld versus our existing occultist. Only just came out of treatment. No, the existing one I think is going to work well. Use stuff with them, although we probably don't need to. And this is just replacements, duplicates of all our existing existing heroes. It's tempting to grab more healers just because we don't have a lot of healers. But then I'd have to boot someone. I think right now it's worth keeping who we got over booting someone. Now the question here is, do I send you to recover stress? The answer probably is yes. Scouting speed. Probably want you to lose the virtue chance, or probably want you to lose the rabies, actually. Since you're going to get rid of rabies if we were able to leave you benched for a week. Who do we take if we bench you for a week? I suppose, you're decently low. I could go and swap you for the occultist. And the occultist as the healer for the party. Cultist probably wants to be in the... Actually, the cultist would work from there. That would work for the cultist. Yeah, that would be fine for the cultist. Known cheats. Can't go to gamble. Experience of religious visions. Stress if light is too low, so we need to avoid the light getting too low. Reduce stress in the ruins. Quick. Stun resistant. God-fearing. Prone to stealing items. Stress heal reduction. Or armor upgrades are cheaper. Okay. It's not too bad. We can either go after the boss, and actually this is probably a good week to go after the boss. We've got bonus damage against the... or bonus damage in the ruins for this week. Damage versus Eldritch. Bleed resist at the cost of 20% max HP. Maybe a little sketchy for max HP, although you could potentially put that on a low-level guy where it's all about killing first. So that's maybe not a great trinket for going after the Necromancer's Apprentice. Highwayman, we got dodge at the cost of accuracy, which is tempting, but it's accuracy. It's always annoying to miss. Accuracy at the cost of dodge. I suppose you could stack those two, right? You could run accuracy plus dodge and minus accuracy, or the minus accuracy plus accuracy to mute the accuracy bonus and get 6 net with no drawback. 6 net accuracy, or 6 net dodge plus 1 speed and no drawback. We're not going for the drone. I think we have one of those though, right? We got a steady bracer. Oh, and you're a bounty hunter only, so we could probably put that on the bounty hunter. Our one and only bounty hunter can run the bounty hunter on a trinket. That's the men-at-arms. See if I remember who the bounty hunter is. You're the bounty hunter. Move resist, move skill chance, stress heal while camping, and scouting chance. Okay. We haven't been on the receiving end of stun, although I feel like if we were on the receiving end of stun, I'd be wanting to mitigate that as much as possible. Dodge at the cost of speed. Although it is 8% dodge. Accuracy and ranged is tempting. Oh, we're costing 1 speed, but gaining 2 if we can keep the torch high enough. That's not actually too bad. Oh, and I changed my Helion, so I should put the blade back on the new Helion. Minus stress, that's not too bad. Oh, minus 100% food consumed if stress above 50. So that one's not... Stress faster is not always going to be active. Blight skills, blight resist, bleed resist, cost. That might be interesting on you, because you're the one who's got my main blight skill, right? This is the plague grenade. Stress versus human, accuracy versus human. Oh, so that's probably one of the reasons we're sometimes having problems hearing the guys in the back. Because sometimes they're humans. Yeah, I'm not liking this trinket. I think we'll probably pass up in the boss run. 3 speeds, a little tempting. We'll probably pass up on that one. Some people are probably like screaming at me like some of these very rare or the leper only stuff might be really good for that class, but first glance being fairly new to the game doesn't quite look good. Bleed resist looks good, although usually been trying to avoid getting blood. So yeah, I think we're probably going to go into the ruins here. Partially because I want to take advantage of the event we have going on. The event we have going on gives us like bonus damage in the ruins, right? That's probably where we'll be going next time. Good way to see the event. There you go. Resolve XP and damage. Really, we're interested in the damage. We're not really interested in the XP. But yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, we will have another part up for you tomorrow. I am going to be recording more parts tonight. The stream is not over. If you're watching on Twitch, this is where I'm going to take a moment to get up and stretch the legs and sip some tea. How many parts have I recorded tonight already? 3 real parts. We're working on the 4th. So there'll be yeah, well, we're going to record another part tonight. So if you're watching on YouTube, there'll be another part up tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. I'm going to take a short moment to get up, stretch legs, sip some tea, probably down the rest of the tea and go grab a can of soda, actually. And then we'll be back for recording one more delve into the Darkest Dungeon, although we haven't actually hit the Darkest Dungeon for safety reasons. So until next time, I'm going to wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next one, and bye for now.